going on? This is Ryan.
And Nash from Hot Shell Ray.
And you're watching iBlock News.
Good morning, PW. I'm Louis Wine. Welcome back from your winter break with a look at your news. There will be a meeting for all members of the Continental on Tuesday, January 8th at 2:30 in room 30. In national news, the scandal that rocked Penn State is making headlines again. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett is filing a federal lawsuit against the NCAA over the stiff sanctions that were imposed against Penn State University after what unfolded with former assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky. In July, Penn State University agreed to pay a $60 million fine, forfeiting 112 wins, reducing scholarships for football, and being banned from bowl games for 4 years. Corbett will be holding a press conference sometime today. We will keep you updated as we learn more information. New Year's Day didn't just ring in the new year, it also welcomed the passing of the fiscal cliff deal. Congress voted it in yesterday with a final approval of 257 to 167. Join us on Friday for more information on the passing of the bill. That's all for your national news. Let's send it over to Anton with your international news.
Around the world, the sport of football or soccer attracts a very specific type of fan base. These spirited fans, who have become famous for their unruly and destructive behavior, are known as hooligans. Football hooliganism has been around for over 100 years and can range from chanting and songs to full-scale brawls breaking out in the stadium. Across every continent, legions of hooligans come out in support of their local teams, passionately supporting their clubs and bashing all others. Hooliganism is a lifestyle, and Plymouth White Marsh High School has its own friendly neighborhood hooligans. It was late in the year 2011, and a handful of PW students came out to show their support for the girls' soccer team, the beginnings of what would become the Plymouth White Marsh Hooligans. These spirited fans go shirtless and paint themselves with the blue and red of their school. Throughout the night, they cheer on their team with a variety of moving chants, some borrowed from well-known English football clubs. Far removed from the violent antics of the world's football's hooligans, PW's branch is still often disciplined for chants and songs are not deemed school appropriate. As the original founders will graduate this year, they can only hope that the underclassmen will continue this tradition.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Anton Smolik with your international news. Fierce clashes have erupted near the international airport in Syria's second city of Aleppo. Officials say state news agency SANA said the army was tackling rebels who were targeting airport operations. Unconfirmed reports say that the airport has been temporarily closed. There have also been airstrikes on several suburbs of Damascus as the army battles Free Syrian Army rebels there. Opposition groups say more than 44,000 people have been killed since Syria's unrest began in March 2011. The Free Syrian Army and the government forces have clashed regularly over Aleppo since the rebels launched an offensive last July. SANA reported that the units of the Syrian army were clearing the areas surrounding the airport. The rebels have targeted the airport to limit the movement of government forces to the city, which remains largely under rebel control. One airport official stated that the runways had been closed for a very short period of time, adding, "There have been continued attempts by opposition militants to target civilian aircraft, which could cause a humanitarian disaster." In further news, 3 days of mourning have been declared in the Ivory Coast following a New Year's Eve stampede that killed at least 61 people in Abidjan. Hundreds of people leaving a fireworks event at a stadium in the Plateau district were jammed into a tiny street in the early hours of Tuesday. Many were crushed, others suffocated. President Alassane Ouattara described the deaths as a national tragedy. Different theories are emerging as to what caused the stampede after the fireworks display ended in the 65,000 capacity Felix Stadium. Some people say security forces acted ineptly as they tried to control the many thousands walking through the city center. That is all for international news, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Anton Smolik. Have a fantastic Wednesday.
Thanks, Anton. For all of us here at CITV, we'd like to say goodbye. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here on Friday.